At the end of the last video, I just modified this pillar foot to bring the inside hinge holes down and be able to adjust the angle. I put a small hinge in it here, so when I'm ready to weld it up to the pillar, that hinge will be fully welded up in there. I will be welding a tab in here, so this plate will still be able to slide with some persuasion, but won't drop out completely if you do want to unbolt your hinges from the pillar. There was a cage in here to stop the plate falling out, and a U-shaped bracket in the upper hinge. The upper one's certainly a bit of a water trap, and you can see where the bulkhead corner was worst off was where that hinge bracket would have been holding water inside. You don't often see pillars from this side. The other side's still in primer, but I wanted to get a few coats of paint on the inside before welding the pillar on. Well, hopefully you can see now why I didn't paint the front. All drilled out and cleaned up, ready for the spot welding. Up the side of the footwell, lip on that side. The gaps are where the rivets will be for the series door seals, and 3 to the front panel of the bulkhead, which is where there were spot welds when I was drilling the old one out. So yeah, time for a cup of tea and then make a start. I've got the sill channel back in, pillars on obviously, just the one layer. The bulkhead corner, when it goes on, will give me the second skin around that top hinge. Pillars also plug welded onto the new metal that I've put in the bulkhead front panel as well. And the door gaps are very good, not perfect. I've got 34.5 inches at the top as before, and I'm just a 1/16 of an inch over at the bottom, which may actually go away when I put the vehicle back on its wheels, because it did creep out a 1/16 of an inch when I jacked it up at the start. So I've been able to take the jig off now. I was using some angle iron to constrain this distance here. So today's little job is to get this wing shaped brace cut out and welded in here. I've done the last patch on the bottom corner of the driver's footwell as well. Not exactly pretty, but tricky to get to, and all solid now. I did that patch there before. So yeah, time to get this brace in here, and then we'll just have bulkhead corner to get in there. I've got this brace on now. Not the prettiest welding, certainly not as good as what was there before, but it's right inside the wing and it's more for rigidity than show. So that's good, preserve that. Bolted the door on. Normal pillars on. Got a good crease line, door's sitting well, got space, good door gap. I've got my seal ready to go in at some point, but I'll probably do that last. So for the first time in almost 3 years, I can open and shut my door, which is good. So, getting there with this now. Next job is this bulkhead corner. I've just offered up the piece I've been cutting down to fit, and cut a long story short, those hinge holes are nowhere near where they need to be if I'm to make any use of that crease there. So, not sure how to proceed right now, but go and have a cup of tea, think about that next step. I obviously need to put new metal in the front here. On the side, I can't use this corner replacement piece as it is. The hinge holes are not in the right place at all. So I'll use that metal to put in there, and then on the side I've decided I will just cut metal to shape to double skin that, and where it's welded on here, A, it's hidden by the hinge itself here, B, you know, it's going to have a big thick door seal in here anyway, so that's the way forward. Get metal cut out of this replacement piece for the front, cut something to the right size for the side, weld that onto this new metal off the vehicle, get it all ready, and then I'm going to offer it up and weld it on. I've finished this bulkhead corner. Not a bad line, not perfect, but it's turned out alright. This is all double skinned. My joggle went a bit high if we're being picky, but everything's sound now, so I'm just getting some red oxide primer built up on here, and then I'll get some deep bronze green on. I just want to weld up, put some spots up this side of my footwell repair, and then I'll get all the footwell and the new door pillar done deep bronze green, and then I can rivet the door ceiling, get the door and the wing back on. So yeah, quite pleased with how this has gone. It's quite a step up from the chassis welding that I've been learning on. Yeah, that's not bad. That's going to be good for a few years.